Imagine standing atop of a snow-capped mountain at dawn. With each step, each breath, your soul cleanses. The world stretches beneath your feet, endless, beautiful, and fragile. What if I told you that the highest places on the earth have taught me the most grounding lessons in life? I discovered our collective responsibility, that in pursuing the pinnacle of personal achievements. Good morning to one and all. I am Jahnavi Sri Perambuduru, 23 years old, standing in front of you as the youngest mountaineer from India on a mission to climb the highest peaks of all the 7 continents. But today I'm not here to share how I conquered the mountain, but I am here to tell you what the mountains were telling me, and they were desperately trying to tell me. This was me on Mount Kilimanjaro, Africa's highest peak, which stands at 5,895 meters, where the shimmering glaciers whisper, "You are passing through, not leaving anything behind." Europe's dormant giant beauty, Mount Elbrus, yet glaciers here are shrinking. Mount Kosciuszko, Australia's highest peak, easy but delicate in its ecosystem. Mount Denali, North America's highest peak, which stands at 20,310 feet of raw power and self-resilience. The mountains weren't just changing, they were dying. And we are still the cause. Climate change may feel big and abstract, beyond a person's control. But my awakening was small, but yet it hit harder. It was Everest Base Camp 2019, with all the acclimatization, the hard work, and a lot of struggle. There it was, a pile of trash, waste, a canister of oxygen cylinders, and the torn-out prayer flags, which were coming on top of the ground as we gained altitude. The sacred grounds where few humans have ever stepped. I thought at these remote places I wouldn't find any waste or any trash, but yet I was wrong. That night, I couldn't sleep in my tent. And I thought, if we can't keep these most remote and most revered places safe and clean, what hope is there for our future generation? I thought I came here to find myself, but instead I found our collective failure. I came to leave footprints on the summit, but I am seeing that we should have never left what was already being there on the ground. That wrapper, that tiny piece of trash, that was my spark that ignited something that I couldn't ignore. Every step I took after that day, I made a decision. Throughout my trail, I made a point that I would pick up every piece of a wrapper, every plastic bottle, and anything that I found unnecessary on the trail, and put it back in my backpack. And my team members, they were thinking I was picking up something that was very precious or something that I could take it as a souvenir. But they were wrong. And I said, someone had to do it. And I did that one piece of part from myself. By the time that we descended, I almost collected 3 kilos of trash. It might not be much, but at the mountain, every ounce, every gram weighs a lot. And most importantly, that shifted something inside of me. And back home, I couldn't look at my summit photos with that excitement that I usually look at, because the only thing that kept coming in my mind was that trash and that garbage which was underneath the snow. And I discovered that mostly in expeditions every year, there's almost of 8 tons of waste that are being accumulated on the mountain and which is not something that we should be doing. And then I learned something for myself and I started implementing. Leave no trace principle. Plan ahead and prepare. On mountain, poor planning kills, like it kills your dreams. It's not just about the physical waste, but in the death zone, about 8,000 meters, every decision could be your last. You learn what truly matters. Plan ahead and prepare. Whether it's your career, your education, or your daily choices. Sustainable living. Before buying something, ask yourself if that is really important and if it really costs the planet. Dispose of waste. Travel on durable surfaces. On trails, this means that's staying on the path. It means that choosing sustainable options. Yes, reusable water bottle is heavier, but it is very convenient. But convenience is killing our planet. Leave what you find. I've seen climbers cut pieces of the summit, which they take it as souvenirs, and leaving nothing for a future generation. What if we lived as if we were borrowing something from our earth? Minimize the campfire impact. At altitude, one careless flame can devastate an ecosystem. Respect wildlife. Mountains taught me that we are just the visitors there, and it's the nature's home. Just like that, extend this respect everywhere. That little spider that is at your home, that one tree which is there in the development's way. They were here first before us. Be considerate. A narrow mountain pass, they're working harder. In life, consider someone who is going uphill in life, struggling communities, future generations. How can you yield their needs? But let me take this real for you. You don't need to climb Everest to practice. Leave no traces can be started at your classroom, your cafeteria, or through social media. These are your mountains. Here's what gave me hope. When I took my students for Everest Base Camp, few years once I got into the field, me and my father became role models right from the training period and made it a point that they start deliberately picking up or sharing this and spreading an awareness of these little small steps which went on to those parents coming and telling that we are seeing the change in my kid. They are going and telling that they are telling their siblings and their friend circle that do not do this, don't litter here. And that went on to making a change and starting a drive which was each one plant one. And that was a training period. And after that, during the expedition, the students were very diligent and on their trail. They started picking up the water bottles, the empty plastic wrappers, all by themselves, and they made a challenge for themselves, among themselves, saying that, how many wrappers or how much of trash am I going to collect as a team member for that very day? And that made a huge difference for the other climber members also on the trail, making them also to pick up and not throw that on their way. Another experience, a personal experience from my expeditions was on Mount Aconcagua, which is almost around 7,000 meters. And my guide, who accompanies us from the base, has informed the entire team stating that 2019 December, or that very particular season, was recorded the driest season ever in history, because we did not have a source of water, which is very essential when we are on our expeditions. And we couldn't find the water source from where the guides usually fetch. And we had to carry that water camp to camp. Despite of carrying our own baggage, we were supposed to carry the excess water for our future camp days, which made it altogether more difficult because we didn't have water. And that was the most driest season, and the guides, they were stunned and awestruck to see the struggle, because they were helpless, because there was no other source of water coming out from anywhere. I've seen this across India, that one friend of ours gets a reusable bottle, and everybody's excited and wants to implement that and start using it. And then there's majority of us refusing to not use the plastic, and the cafeteria policy changes there. And one post about sustainable fashion, the entire friend group rethinks their consumption. So you're not too young, you're not too small, you're not too insignificant. Mountains taught me to achieve, and it also taught me that the avalanches start from one snowflake. So be that one snowflake. So I would request you all to just close your eyes for like 30 seconds and picture your own mountain. It can be your career, it can be your goal, it can be your creative ideas, or a vision for a change. What's unnecessary weight that you are carrying? What traces are you going to leave behind? And what legacy will you remain when you're gone? The summit isn't the end. It's the beginning of your responsibility. Every peak that you reach, every goal that you achieve, every platform that you gain, it always comes with a choice. And that choices always have consequences. It also may be just picking up that trash which isn't yours, but it does make a lot of difference. Share it, Instagram it, make it sustainable, as contagious as your dream. Because hear the truth that mountains have taught. The view from the top is only as beautiful for what you leave behind. The air is as clean as what you put into it. And the achievement is only as meaningful as the journey is. I came to the mountain seeking height, but I found my depth. I came to conquer, I learned to conserve. I came here to leave footprints, but I also learned to leave no traces anywhere. So I leave you with this. When you reach your summit, and which you will, what will be your trace? Will it be that wrapper which is going to be for the future generation that we were a failure? Or will it be a clean path that will inspire others to climb responsibly? The mountains are calling, not to be conquered, but to be conserved. Not to be claimed, but to be cleaned. That spark in you is waiting. Light it up and glow bright. Leave no trace, but leave your mark on the world.